You know the deal. It's been the same basically this whole time.
Yeah, I know. I normally have the cheat sheet.
Yeah.
So
he misses the cheat sheet suddenly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, do you hear the birds chirping?
I do. We're outside.
This is great.
This is good.
Hey. Oh, hello there.
Do you hear that clown car in the background? You're probably going to get all of this.
Hello, we didn't see you there.
So, hello, Tom.
Hello. Hello, Matt.
We're outside today for the listeners.
Welcome to another episode of Thank You for Your Services podcast. A podcast brought to you by myself and Matt.
Right here.
Right there. I can touch him.
No, that's the whole point of us being outside.
Somebody
at my work got COVID. And
somebody.
I'm trying to be cautious, but Tommy Two Streets is from the streets and he doesn't care.
I'm doing my best to
to not touch me.
Ruin everything he's planned.
Yeah.
As usual.
And I don't have COVID, or at least I don't think I do, because...
Let's see, how many days has it been? You've had no symptoms at all?
But as my favorite coworker at work says, you can't get COVID if you never get tested.
That is a great point. So we're doing this shit outside today.
So welcome to another episode of Thank You for Your Services podcast, the podcast dedicated to the working world, the service industry, the military, because my job is the military. But we've also both worked in service industry jobs. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome.
Thanks. Glad to have you for
and once again, we are doing this outside today so that we can sort of social distance.
Well, originally a few days ago, you were like, I don't know, I just want to I know I don't feel anyway, but I also don't know. So I was like,
yeah, well, everybody was getting sick and like people are calling out. And,
yeah.
But then I realized they weren't calling out for this, I guess. So.
But this guy over here was like, maybe we should do it over the phone. And I'm like, bro, I live 12 minutes from your house. I refused to do that. I said, we'll do it outside. Fuck that. And look at us now.
Oh, there we go. There's my notes.
He's got no symptoms. Feels good.
Yeah.
Better than I do, I bet. Probably not. But it's a beautiful day.
It is gorgeous out, and we're on my porch.
Birds are singing.
Which is nice.
I'm off work.
Yeah, that is awesome. I was off all day, but...
Still.
Yeah, but
I feel
cool.
good.
I know, I can see. We went running the other day.
Yeah.
Like we do every week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, man. So
go ahead.
I'll start off. I'll ask you, what's on your mind, baby?
Well, let's see. So something's been bugging me, and now I'm starting to notice it everywhere.
Is it all the people getting COVID all the time?
No, but I know you're frustrated at that.
I'll get to that.
Yeah. No, it's not COVID. I mean, COVID definitely does bug me. First of all, okay, I'll say it was my birthday this week.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife made
this past week, yeah.
Yeah, she made me cookies, and she got me a cool mannequin so I can do my sewing on it's a mannequin for slim males that I can expand and contract so I can get different measurements, which is cool. Because I've never had a mannequin. I've always just done my measuring on the floor, and it never really turns out good. I mean, it turns out fine, but it's, this is going to be a lot better. Now it's a lot better. And I turned 32.
32?
I feel very old.
30 new. I say that to everybody who turns 32.
Cool.
And I heard it somewhere else. So.
Oh, I see you have ankle socks on.
Of course.
Do you always wear ankle socks?
Well, when it's cold out, I wear the crew. Yeah. Just because I don't want my ankle exposed to the cold air because I'm a little baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, I refuse to not wear socks.
Oh, that's disgusting. Let me tell you, people who don't wear socks,
I abhor that behavior. That's disgusting.
I hope I see them next to me in hell.
Ew.
See, now I wear tube socks that go all the way up to my knees every day, no matter if it's summer or winter.
Oh, so those are called knee highs. Tube is just a look.
No, these are tube socks.
Explain.
They come.
They have tubes on
Yes.
them. That's why they're called tube socks.
They're tube sock.
They are what they call knee highs in the sock world.
Oh, okay. Well, I wear knee-high tube socks. They all come in a package that can be basically any size. And the gentleman who has the sock outlet at the farmer's market told me that tube socks, no matter what size they are, they will fit you.
Well, yeah, because they just keep going.
They do just keep going.
Big.
Yeah, they do. They just keep going. They don't have like a special spot for your toe and your heel.
Oh, that is truly a tube then.
That
I was
is a
wrong.
tube sock. Yeah.
You know what though? I'm glad you asked me about my socks because I did a deep dive on socks
Really?
a couple years ago because I hate almost as much as the feeling of not wearing socks is the feeling of your
Socks falling down?
sliding down.
Oh, it's horrible.
It feels like a
Yeah.
really weak person is holding onto my legs, trying to drag me down and get me down to the ground.
Help me!
No, not another step. And I'm like, get off me, you stupid design sock.
Step.
So by default, I end up buying just plain black socks, no matter what,
Yeah.
ankle or knee. Actually, mine are knee high. Now that I think
Ankle
about it, they come up
socks.
to here.
I had never liked ankle socks. I wore them when I was, I would say, like elementary school age, and then I realized I don't like them. I feel like they get caught and they fall down.
But
like
they're
in your
already,
shoe.
but they're already down.
No, but like
Look,
underneath
it's-
your heel.
Yeah, look, it's down there. It's already down.
Underneath your heel.
Oh, you
There's
mean
a
like
terrible story. There's the man I feel. I can't keep his socks up, and every sock that you own keeps me such a good girl. All right. So I saw a funny car that now I just keep seeing. It's like Grand Theft Auto Vice City when you drive a car and then everybody has that car, or you only see that car.
Yeah.
But like I see this car
The
now all the
NPC
time.
car.
It's a tiny blue car, and its license plate says Smurf, and I thought that was really funny. And
Perfect.
Anybody I tell that to, like in the army, it's in their head, and they go, "I'm gonna Smurf," and it makes me laugh. Kind of
Oh
every time.
yeah.
I'm gonna Smurf.
I
You didn't hook up the
the what?
the sounds in your old weird iPhone.
I could eventually,
Nah,
but
I'm good.
I have no desire to pull them up yet.
Oh, okay.
And if I really want to, I'll add them in post
So what is
because I'm like that. I got it like that or whatever.
so?
Are you talking about more funny plates or is that the only one?
No, that's the only one I have this week.
Might I interject with some that I found?
Please. Always.
So
I don't mind interruptions.
So I saw this one.
Okay.
It says Goth 1.
So Goth was taken already.
I guess so.
Goth 1.
Goth 1.
You always find the one.
Yeah. It's always some number. Soup 3. Goth 1.
Blink-182.
You saw what's his name 3 a few like several weeks ago.
There's a person in this neighborhood that has like this crazy big truck with the no fear eyes. I think I've talked about this before, and like Tasmanian devils and stuff, and like Calvin and Hobbes, and it says like bad one.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like I don't think that person is doing that ironically.
I saw funny stickers. You see what that says?
Back up, bitch.
I thought it was silly.
You know what I'm tired of? Baby Yoda.
I could take them. I don't mind looking at them, but I don't need to hear about them. Because
Baby Yodas are meant to be seen, not heard.
yeah, like a good baby.
Yeah. No, I
Didn't you watch The Mandalorian?
I did not. No.
Well, that's why you don't care for him. I loved him in that show.
I'm good on all that.
I saw one more sticker.
Manda boring, you know what I mean?
It wasn't boring at all.
I don't know. I never actually watched it.
Yeah, so shut your mouth. Fucking scumbag.
Star Wars, I've tried. I can't get into it.
I saw this silly sticker too.
Okay.
See if you can. It's a little jumbled.
You can just supercalifragilistic kiss my acidocious.
Yeah,
So
you nailed it.
They're a Mary Poppins fan, but they're also a jerk.
Sassy. They're also awfully sassy.
So
Jesus.
here's another thing I can't stop seeing now. Everything has QR codes.
It's
Like-
very helpful. I didn't like them either, but
No,
keep
no,
going.
no,
Keep going.
I don't mind QR codes. Okay, so I scanned the one on the back of my almond milk, and it brings you to the Almond Breeze website. Yeah, or the Diamond Almond Breeze website.
Yeah.
And it has you, so you have to hold your phone over the logo, and then a little game popped up.
Game?
You can play the game on your phone as long as you hold your phone's camera over the logo.
Huh.
And you were like a little farm truck, and you had to pick up corn and avoid bales of hay or something.
Sounds kind of fun.
It was kind of fun, but it reminded me of like when cereal boxes would give you those free like demo games that I could never get to work on my like shitty computer when I was a kid.
Mac user. I could never play them.
Me too. Is that a spotted lanternfly? They are everywhere, dude.
I kill everyone I can.
Yeah, I don't, but I should. They are all over. So our hangar this week was the hottest it had ever been.
How hot is it? I know it's been hot. It's been hotter every week, you say.
I came home on... So I had drill last weekend.
2 weekends ago.
No, last weekend.
No, 2 weekends ago.
Okay, 2 weekends ago.
Mm-hmm.
Right, by the time this comes out.
Exactly. We're time traveling here.
And it sucked. It was a bummer. I was pretty busy, which I don't mind. I was really busy on the first day.
Not this past weekend, the one before.
Yes.
Sorry, keep going. I'm sorry.
Yes. I was really busy the first day, which is wonderful because it makes time go by faster.
Yep.
The second day, I got done my work early. And then I was just trying to find other things to do. And a lot of what drill is for people who are also in the National Guard, it's a lot of waiting around. The military in general is a lot of hurry up and wait. But
explain drill to me, the civilian.
Okay.
And our civilian listeners,
so drill,
much like myself.
If you are just regular, what we call M-Day status, which just means you only do 1 week in a month and you're 2 weeks training out of the year with the military, with whatever branch you're in, because...
It's like the shit they say on the commercials.
Yeah, exactly. Like the Army has a National Guard, and the Air Force also has a National Guard, and
the Navy doesn't, do they?
No, I know there's Marine Reserves. I don't think there's Navy Reserves, but I honestly don't know much about the Navy. I don't know if the Air Force has reserves. I'm assuming they do.
I think they do.
Probably, yeah. And the Army also has reserves too. But anyway, with the National Guard, so yeah, you're doing 1 week in a month, 2 weeks out of the year, and typically we deploy more than active duty does. But although they're trying to stop that now. In fact, I think I just got pulled off of one that I was supposed to go on.
Yeah,
February.
you were supposed to originally you were going to go to Kuwait or something in December. The first one we ever talked about.
Yeah, and honestly, you never really know where you're gonna go, but that was like the main possibility. Yeah. And then they pulled me off of that one.
Then you got pulled off, and then it got moved to February.
And then I was supposed to go somewhere else in February, and
only recently you found out.
And then I found out yesterday that it's probably not happening, so that's fine. Yeah.
Happy for me because I get to keep you to myself.
Well, yeah, no, I know. I have a lot of stuff to do at home. It would have been good for the money.
Yeah,
all that. So.
You make a considerable amount more when you're on deployment.
Yeah, but it's cool. Yeah, you do pretty well. I mean, it's a lot of work, but it's like you come home and it's worth it.
Yeah.
So anyway, so M-Day status guys and girls, they do 1 week in a month, 2 weeks out of the year. And typically, it's a lot of standing around, sitting around, because if you're not full-time... I don't know how to explain this. Basically, the full-time guys handle a lot of the work during the week, so there's not as much on the weekends. But we were pretty busy. They were flying a lot this past drill, so...
So the non-full-time people would come in on these times, and they would do the work that you guys are always doing?
Yes.
I see.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So
you're full-time. Obviously, you're full-time,
yes.
So this is your day job.
Yeah, it's my day job. I was doing more electrical type of work this time around, and I was being evaluated. So I did good on my evaluation and everything. But... Anywho, this is super boring.
No, it's not.
That's good.
Now, when I think of drill, I think of drop and give me 50, you fucking pig, or like
No, it's
do
not
this,
like that
do
at all.
this
Let
obstacle
me tell you,
course.
the National Guard does not do PT.
Okay.
Like at all. I do PT on my own because I'm an exercise nut, but no, there are a lot of fat bodies in the National Guard, and it's a shame.
Yeah, the physical requirements for a lot of these heroic jobs are pretty laughable.
I know. So,
like police.
well, so I would argue the National Guard typically, in my experience, has a lot more of the intelligent individuals, and because I've been stationed on active duty bases, and the active duty people are just like they wouldn't. And I'm being like literal here. I lived with a dude that like he would leave shits in the toilet and no toilet paper, and I was like, I don't think you're wiping your butt unless somebody's telling you to do it.
Ew.
So, yeah, it was horrible. So, these active duty individuals, like typically, like they don't do anything unless they're told. With the National Guard, you have people from all walks of life that still hold down a civilian job as well as their military job, their MOS. So.
Their M status.
That's like
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, it was hot as balls this week.
Right.
I came home Sunday, and it was so hot. I was working in the back of a helicopter like all day, and we were doing like troubleshooting for this electrical issue, and which we found out yesterday is not an electrical issue, but that's super boring, like weeb stuff. So I won't even get into that. It turned out to be a hydropneumatic mechanical issue or whatever. Anyway, so I got super dehydrated, and I ended up with a migraine, and I passed out on Sunday. Like when I came home, like I'm surprised I made it home, and I felt like I was gonna puke like all day. It also didn't help like the army lunches they feed us. They're so gross.
Oh, that's another thing. How long of a day is it at a drill weekend?
What's usually like 8 hours or so. I think we get there at 7. We leave at 3? 4:30. So maybe 9-hour day. How long is that?
9.5.
Yeah, 9.5 hour day. Yeah, it's not terrible. Yeah. And you don't have to sleep there. And especially for me, I mean, where I do drill is where I work, and it's 9 minutes from my house. So like, I don't have really any complaints.
Yeah, it's not killing you.
Yeah. But
is that unlike some other people? Do other people come from far to do that?
They sure do, yeah. Some people live like all the way down the beach. They have to drive like 2 hours to get there. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Other than that, I mean, this week
what else is on your mind?
I've been working on haunted house stuff.
Haunted stuff is on your mind.
Yeah, but like I'm so tired when I get home from work because of the heat.
Yeah, and that fucking hangar, I'm sure.
And it was like 104 in the hangar the other day, and I was just like baking. I was like, I'm soaked, and I came home and I was like, I finished spray painting like something for the haunt, and I was just like, okay, I need to just sit down and drink water, and that's all I do. I literally will just sit down and drink water. Then like the other days, like I'll have like band practice on, I think it was Monday night, and then like when did we go? We go running on Wednesdays usually. So
luckily that's right after work. So
yeah, how you been liking that? I love it actually, like where we go running and everything.
Well, I always run that trail that we do anyway.
Yeah.
So it's pretty fucking close to me.
Yeah. So
it's easy to get to. B, I've done it a million times. C, it's a perfect 5K circle.
Yeah.
So like from the start all the way around to the finish, it's like a little more than a 5K. So it's the perfect size for me.
Yeah,
and it's like it's a great day of the week to do it.
Yeah, it's a perfect day to do it.
I love spending more time with you. I love exercising, and it's really cool that we get our buddy Dave to join us too.
Yeah, he couldn't make it this week, but hopefully next week.
He will be back, or I'll bully him. Dave, I know you're out there.
That's what he needs, a bully.
Yeah, he's had it too good for too long. I'm here to bring the bullying back.
Let's see. Other than that, we watched a movie. Normally, I like to watch like Freddy vs. Jason on my birthday, but I've been in an aliens movie. I've been just like deep diving into UFO research, I always do.
I thought you meant Aliens, like the trilogy.
No. This was a
movie.
film. Yeah, alien. No, I was like in an alien-esque mood, and we watched this film on Hulu called Sputnik. It was okay. Yeah, it ended up. I think my wife liked it.
Should have watched Aliens.
I should have watched Aliens. Yeah, well, we're gonna watch Extraterrestrial, which is a great indie sci-fi horror film about gray aliens. That's actually terrifying. Came out in 2014. Great movie. That director also did a film that made it pretty big called Colossal with Anne Hathaway and Jason Sudeikis about a woman. It's like partially a kaiju movie, partially like a drama comedy kind of a thing. Colossal. About this woman. She has a drinking problem. And every time she drinks, every time she like blacks out when she drinks, a giant monster forms in Japan and starts like tearing down their cities and stuff. It's pretty cool, but it has a lot of like underlying meaning and stuff like that.
Guess so.
It's cool.
That's cool.
But that director, very talented director. So I would rather just get onto you because I know you've had a really cool week. So let's talk about it.
Yeah, it was super cool.
Yeah. What's on your mind, baby?
Well, let's see. Not this past weekend, but the one before. I did a triathlon.
That's incredible.
And it was it was physically it was voluntarily, physically the most demanding thing I've ever done in my entire life.
Oh shit.
And I don't say that with any embellishment. It was so fucking challenging to finish that, but I fucking did it. I was like, by the time I was on like the last leg, so to speak, I was like, I refuse to stop until I'm done so I can be done with this.
Yeah.
So if anybody doesn't understand, like when they hear triathlon, a lot of people conflate triathlons with marathons, and they're like, oh, like at work, they'll be like, "Oh, Tom's running a marathon." I'm like, not exactly. So a triathlon is obviously
yeah.
Actually,
yeah.
You're doing three things. So try. You start with a swim, followed by a bike ride, followed by a run.
Okay.
And this year I did the Olympic length, which is like the standard.
Okay.
Length. Last year I did a sprint triathlon, which is an Olympic but cut in half distance wise. So the people who do this shit year round just do it to see how fast they can do it.
Yeah.
Hence the sprint.
Sure.
But an Olympic length is a 1,500 meter swim, which translates to 0.93 miles.
Okay, so almost a mile.
Almost a mile swim.
Got it.
Followed by a 22-mile bike ride. I thought it was longer, but it's only 22.
22 miles.
Yeah. And the course where I did it
you have to do it with your own bike, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Luckily. If you had to ride on like a provided bike, I would be upset. Because I'm bigger than most people.
Yeah, you're a pretty tall guy.
I competed in the Clydesdale division.
The Clydesdale? Like,
yeah.
Are you a horse?
It's people 220 pounds plus.
So horse-sized people?
Yeah. Like, just
Clydesdale, what's the one below it? Pony?
I think just adult. So if you're like a fucking 5'8" guy who's 219, you could slide into the just regular category.
Do they have jockey size?
No. There's adult, there's senior, there's military, there's Clydesdale, and there's junior. So people like 16 and under or something like that.
I heard jockeys are partiers, dude.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Oh, and the last event is a 10K run. So 6.2 mile run.
Ah.
So like about a mile swim, 22 miles on a bike, 6.2 mile run. It fucking took me a little over 3.5 hours to do everything.
Wow.
And that was nonstop.
That's 3.5 hours of exercise.
Straight.
Like intense exercise.
Yes.
That's great, man.
The swim took so fucking long.
Really?
the worst part for me. And it was actually it was the shortest event too.
Okay.
So for a while now, I've been training for this thing and swimming as much as I can at the open water swims I talked about before, and I take a swim class, or I was taking a swim class on Saturday mornings in a pool.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So that I could get the technique down. Last year, I basically went in cold with no training at all, and I hurt my shoulder because I wasn't swimming with proper strokes.
You need them strokes.
Yeah, I wasn't stroking it just right, and I fucked myself up for it. But still,
insert 7th grade laughter here.
Oh, I don't have a laugh track. Never mind.
Oh, brother, this guy
I don't stink. I don't stink.
No,
I don't
it was
stink.
more for me.
Not true. Not true. So this year, like, despite my best efforts, the course was a rectangular course in Lum's Pond.
Yeah.
And you do 2 laps, and that's the Olympic length. I was out to the first turn.
Yeah.
And I turned and I saw how long it was to the other buoy I had to reach, and I was like, "Oh my fucking god, this is gonna take a million years." And then my arm started hurting immediately. Not my one I hurt last year, but my left arm this time. And I was like, "Oh great." So I reluctantly made my way around there and just I tried to dissociate and just go somewhere else in my mind and be like, in my head, this internal dialogue in my brain, like, this sucks so bad. This is so stupid. I'm slow, but I need to hurry up. But this will be over soon, but it won't be. And I was just then I jumped on the bike, and it's 3 laps around the course. And at Lum's Pond, it's around the perimeter of Lum's Pond, which is about... it's probably like a 7-mile loop.
Oh, cool.
And it's mostly flat.
I would like to run that.
So it's it took me no time. Like I can eat that bike ride, and especially it being flat, I was fine with that. But the run, I thought the swim was hard. The run, I was fucking struggling by the end. Yeah. So the course starts, and you run, like there's an area where you come back to, like you do the swim, you come back to this area, you do the bike, you come back to the area and park your bike, you go run, and then you get to the finish line. It's called the transition area. Okay. So you can transition like out of your goggles or whatever, put your bike shoes on, whatever. Then you come back on your bike, put your bike away.
It's like a tent? You're like changing in?
It's like a big open field, and it's not so much changing because you have to wear what's called a tri-suit.
It's like a wetsuit looking thing?
Kind of. Some of them do.
Like a rash guard looking.
Some of them are like that, but I opted for just tri-shorts. Okay. So they essentially just look like black bike shorts that.
Okay. And you were shirtless this whole time?
Yeah, for most of it. They're black bike shorts with slightly less padding.
What do the females wear? Like
just a tri-suit.
Okay, so it's like that singlet looking thing like a wrestler would wear.
Yeah.
Got it.
And let's see. So you go in there, you take your bike shoes off, you take your helmet off, and put your running shoes on and go. So you leave that. I'm running. I'm like 1 mile in, and this year the course was different. It started with a path through some trees, so we're covered by trees on either side, and it was really pretty, and it was nice and shady. And I was like, "This is great. I'm doing fine. We run all the time." And I was like, "This will be over really soon. This is the last event." And then I got to there's multiple refreshment or replenishment whatever tables of cups of water and cups of Gatorade by volunteers. Sure. Not the whole time, but every kilometer or so. Yeah. So I got to the second half of the first lap out of 2 laps around this course is the whole thing. So
wow.
I got to the second half first lap. The trees open up, and
this is a 14-mile run.
It's 6.2 miles.
Oh, okay.
You don't run around the bike course. You run around.
I get it.
The run course is a different section.
Got it. Okay. I
So
was a little confused there because I was like, you just said it was like 7 miles.
the bike course was. Sorry.
Got it.
Sorry about
No,
that.
No.
So I got out into this clearing, and then the sun was like looking me right in the face, like,
yeah.
"How you doing?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Fuck." And I was just being fucking like, I was thinking of you, and I was thinking of like people who work in the sun
Yeah.
all day, and I was just getting fucking cooked running, and I was like, all right, fucking, I'm almost back to the beginning, and then I'll be in the shade for a long time. This is fine. And I also brought my headphones, so
Yeah.
that really took me out of it. Luckily,
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I was listening to music the whole time. It helped me a lot.
What albums did you listen to?
That's a great question. I was listening to
Thanks. Thought of it myself.
I was listening to Power Trip.
Okay.
Power
cool.
Trip really got me through.
Yeah, that's cool.
I was listening to Frozen Soul. Shout
Mhm.
out Chad. Sorry about your brother. Much love to you and your fam.
Oh damn, sorry, Chad.
200 Stab Wounds. Sandwich Took a Bog, of course. And a little bit more. Probably Division of Mind, Candy, and there's one more on there. But a nice little playlist.
I listen to Toxic Holocaust a lot when I run.
It's that thrash
Yeah.
style is a great pace for
It
running.
is, yeah.
So I get through the first lap. I'm like, okay, I've got like a mile and a half of trees, and then there's just the end of the race, and then I'm done.
Sure, yeah.
So I got through the third I'll call it the third quarter of the run course, and I was like, all right, time for the fucking sun to come back, and I was like, fucking shit, and I was just getting fucking cooked, and I was at one point I had no trees next to me on either side, and I was just in the sun
Yeah.
running on top of blacktop. So I was like just feeling it even more from underneath and up above.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I think I'm going to get heat stroke and die, but I have to get through this race.
Whenever I'm super hot like that, like if I'm doing something army-wise in the heat or whatever, I always think about the coldest I've ever been. And I get into that mind. Hey, look at that cloud. It looks like E.T.
Which one?
That one that
Stupid
looks like E.T.
question.
One
I see it. I see his
right above
fucking
the tree.
head.
Yeah, his head and his little nose in the middle there.
I see the eyes.
Yep. And then the nose right in the middle.
That's
It's got
totally
that
E.T.
neck coming out. Just
Yeah.
look like E.T.'s head, like a decapitated E.T.
But instead of this finger, his hand is like that.
So let me ask you too. All right. There's a lot of people and these are all like pretty good shape people, right? I'm assuming.
Oh yeah.
You ever get butts confused? You ever look at like?
You mean
There's a lot of butts to look at, right?
You mean you're like, that's a sweet butt, and then
it
you
ends
see
up
and it's a
being
guy?
dude? Yeah.
No. That really doesn't happen because
Oh right. Never happened to me either. Yep. Yeah.
it happens to me in real life, not in a race. Let me tell you about this race because, this is a great point.
Yeah.
Or a great not transition, but another point of this race thing. So I get to the finish line.
Yeah.
God bless these people at Kinetic Multisports
Sure.
who put these shits on, because as soon as I crossed the finish line, they took my timing chip off my ankle for me, and there was a tent that was like just a pop-up like blue like 5x5 tent with a sprinkler head inside of it, spinning around, spraying cold water like a shower.
Yeah.
It was fucking incredible.
That's cool.
So I must have spent 15 minutes in that thing, just cooling off.
I want to do this with you.
Next year, maybe we can both do the sprint and just fucking eat it.
No. I'll do the Olympic one.
You're on your own then. I'm not doing it again.
What? Come on, man. We'll train for it.
I'll think about it next summer.
Okay.
So, the very first thing I did when I got across the finish line, because everybody was clearing everything out from the swim area in the pond, there was nobody over there. So I walked in a straight line and just went directly to the water, and I laid down like lazy boy style in the water, just like, oh, fuck. And I let my heart rate like slow down, and then I went over to the sprinkler tent.
Nice.
So at one point, my parents showed up.
Oh, cool.
To like watch me like come through the transition area and finish the race.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So who the fuck is around the last turn when I'm at the end of the run?
Who is it?
I was telling you like earlier, when I was swimming, I was dissociating, but
Yeah.
on this run, I had to go to a dark place mentally to just get through.
Yeah.
And I was like, this has got to be over soon.
Yeah.
I'm in pain. I'm hot. I'm the hot, like,
You're one warm boy.
I'm already warm-blooded too, so I was just like,
Well, we're all warm-blooded. But okay.
so I come around the last turn, my fucking mom is on the side with her phone like this.
Just taking a picture of you?
No, she's filming me.
Oh, filming you?
Like a classic adult.
Like Christmas morning?
Like fucking, like the shit that adults do at the worst possible time with their phones. Like,
Yeah.
and I was like, stop. Don't.
You asked her to stop filming you?
I was like, do not. I do not want this. Go away. Go away. And I like, I've had, like, I had the same discussion with her, not my dad, but her, last year at the triathlon. And I was like, don't fucking take videos of me.
Why, are you just mad at yourself because you look disgusting or what? I don't get it.
I was within the last half mile of the course. I was around. I could see the finish line from where I was. I was like, this is not the time for this. I do not need to be thinking about your cell phone, like fucking like this, fucking staring at your fucking dark phone case while I'm trying to finish this race. My dad understands that, and he was over in the area with water and shit, but where was I going with this?
I think it's nice that your parents were there.
It was a surprise because I didn't tell anybody to come. And they came anyway, so that was really nice of them to support.
Sounds amazing. I really want to do this with you now.
Next year we could probably do it, but we got to get you swimming.
Yeah, I do need to practice swimming more. My biking and running is fine.
Yeah, you would eat the run.
Yeah.
And the bike ride, quite frankly, especially on a flat course.
Yeah.
But
because my bike doesn't have gears. Would I have to get a geared bike?
You can bring whatever bike you want.
Yeah, I'll just do it on a regular bike.
But most people most of the people, if not all of them, have like,
I'm sure they have that $4,000 bike or something.
Some of them are like that. Yeah. They'll have $4,000, $5,000,
I know people that have like
$8,000-$9,000 bikes.
Yeah, the ones that you can just like lift with your finger.
These like,
I rode on one time and I was like, wow, this is pretty cool, but you know, it's got two wheels. I don't know. Then again, I spent quite a lot of money on my motorcycle, so I really can't.
Motorcycle's a different story. That's got an engine
and does have an engine
and is like just it's a different thing altogether. I know. So, but like, yeah, you can bring whatever bike we got to get you in the water.
You're right. We got to get me in the water,
especially in open water, because you can't train for that in a pool.
No,
there's only one way to do it, and that's to just do it.
The open water.
It's not
like
that it's
ocean?
Really no, not the ocean. That is a whole different animal.
Yeah,
swimming in the ocean is fucking hard.
Yeah, it is hard.
But I think I've probably tuned a lot of people out by now with this exercise talk. I'm sure I have plenty more shit.
Yeah, I mean, what's work been like?
Oh, great!
Didn't you have to go to a retirement party the other day?
Great question. No, 2 weeks ago. Actually, by this time, it might be 3 weeks ago by now. It was in July. I just remember that.
Okay.
Some guy retired. Worked there 25 years. Didn't know him from a hole in the wall.
The retirement party. What's that all about?
Guy retired after 25 years of working there, and they celebrated to say congratulations, I guess, and enjoy like not working anymore.
I guess I think you should do that on your own time.
Well,
I actually hate retirement party.
That's a great point, but it kind of does say a lot about my company because they like.
Oh yeah, this
was all company paid for. They bought a ton of food, and not that I give a shit, but a ton of beer, like more beer than I've ever seen at a party.
I guess I'm just so uncomfortable at parties in general. Like I just want to go. Like I want to go home. Like that's a party for me. Like going home, being at work. And they're being like, well, yeah, we're at work, but we're eating a partial cake or some donuts.
There were 2
How
cakes.
cool is that? And I'm like, well, I'd rather just be home. Like, why can't the party be, everyone go home early today? keep me in your thoughts. I'm retiring.
That would be the ultimate celebration.
That's what I mean.
In lieu of a party, send everybody home at 1 o'clock.
Because it's not like you're doing work.
That's right.
You're just at work.
You're just there.
It's just a waste of time and resources.
That's at the discretion of the CEO and the fucking...
Well, let me tell you, when I retire in my... hopefully I get to retire in my 50s from this job, because you do 25 years with this job.
Yeah.
So I'll be like 57. I'll be able to retire. I'm going to tell everybody, hey, in honor of me retiring, we're all going home.
That is the legendary move.
Because I'm not going to give some stupid fucking speech. I've been there for 25 years with the same other people who have been there for 25 years, or, whatever.
Or other variations.
Variations. I see them every day. It's like everybody at my work. So ping pong is like the big thing in my work. The break room has ping pong.
Mine does too.
And they're always like, why don't you play ping pong? I was like,
with
dude,
who?
But that's what I mean. They're so obsessed with it. All of them play. Every break we have, because we get 3 breaks a day. We get morning break, lunch, and then afternoon break. And
Forrest Gump got pretty good at ping pong.
Forrest
in the
Gump was
military.
great at ping pong. Yeah, ping pong's a big thing in the military, the Army. I feel like especially.
He started it. It's all because of him. Thanks, Forrest.
You look like you could walk anywhere in those shoes. So all they do is play ping pong, and they're like, well, why don't you play? And I'm like, look, dude, I was like, I like you guys and everything, but I spend 10 and a half hours a day with you guys. I want to sit down and I want to watch a movie on my phone when I eat lunch. I don't want to be bothered. My other coworker, my favorite coworker, the guy I work with mostly, he's like the same way. He doesn't play ping pong or anything. He sits and plays chess on his phone. I sit there and I watch Shudder, and I have my headphones in.
You get through like a most of or
yeah,
part
like
of a movie?
Yeah, like I'll
all the time?
Yeah, so I'll just sit there. I'll put a movie on, especially on lunch break mostly. I'll put a movie on, and I'll eat and watch a half hour of a movie. And I do that, within a week I'll finish a movie or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Alligator recently. Fantastic, fantastic film from 1980 or 81. It was great. Robert Forster. Great film.
You know what you should do next time? Watch next time?
What?
Anaconda.
Anaconda's a great movie. Stan Winston did the effects for that.
That movie's way better than it has any right to be.
That movie is really good.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I love creature features, because I like the effects and they're like fun and stuff. But there are some creature features that are actually like great pieces of cinematic art. I mean, Mimic. You've seen Mimic, right?
I've heard the name.
Oh my God, Mimic.
I've heard people mention this on other podcasts.
Mimic is great. I would say the first Jeepers Creepers is a great film. Although the director, we all know, Victor Salva. He's a
fuck Victor Salva.
Yeah, he sucks. But the film itself, the first 2 movies are fantastic. I mean, we could get into a whole discussion about separating art from the artist, but I just don't want to.
The first one was the one with Justin Long.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
And the second one was the one on the bus.
Yeah.
Right?
They're both great in their own right. I would say the first one is my favorite out of the trilogy. The third one I couldn't even get through. It was so bad.
The idea of a creature coming around every 23rd spring for
23 days
for no rhyme or reason, just killing people. I was so scared of that.
Me too.
When I was younger, I was like, "Is this the 23rd year?
That scene,
is this the one?"
That scene when they're driving past the church and they see him putting a body down the pipe.
Oh man, keep going.
No, I'm just saying that scared the hell out of me
as
a kid.
One of the worst things that you see in movies, like that moment when you see somebody doing some shit that they shouldn't be, and they see you.
Yeah.
And you can't just be like, fuck, I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
I'm not here, because now they're coming at. Oh man.
Yeah. It's pretty spooky. I like the creature and all, but my favorite part of the film is when you don't really know who he is or what he's doing, and you just see him putting the bodies down that pipe, and then he looks up and sees that they see him.
The worst moment of all time.
Terrifying. I love. It's just what a great film. It was made by a monster.
True.
And it was about a monster. It's probably about how he sees himself or something. I don't know. There's probably some psychological something going on there.
I'll talk about a little bit more work stuff.
Yeah, sure.
I've made a collection of work memes.
Okay.
That go out in our morning emails.
Okay.
that say.
So these are not memes that you have sent. These are memes other people send you that are not funny, correct?
I wouldn't send these memes from someone else's computer. That's how bad they are. These are sent by people in their 50s
Yeah.
to other people in their 50s. Like, I'll start with this one.
Okay, it's a lady, hot and humid weather.
I'm gonna edit these into the
Ain't
video.
nobody got time for that. Good morning, team. Oh, it's the lady. Ain't
Yeah.
nobody got time for that. That lady.
That's right.
Okay.
When was that from? I think I.
When was that from? Was that like 10 years ago?
It was a viral video.
Was it really?
I think that video has been around as long as I've been driving a car.
No, it wasn't around that long.
This was last
Okay,
week.
this is Napoleon Dynamite doing like a squat,
It's the dance scene from the movie.
getting through Monday like.
And he's
Oh,
in the
and then
middle
there's
of
no
the
punchline. It's just him.
Correct.
Okay.
Great meme. This was this week's.
Okay. Something stinks, and it's Sanford and Son. Okay.
It's Red
smells
Fox. Yeah.
like smells like Monday in here. Good morning, team. So, are they trying to be funny, or are they trying to be so unfunny that it's funny? That's really my question.
It's the former. They're trying to add levity to the standard good morning email that they always get wrong, by the way. The person who sends this email is supposed to communicate who's not in the office for that day.
Yeah.
They did it yesterday. They said so and so's not working and so's not working today. So and so are working remotely.
Yeah.
I walked my ass across the front counter,
Yeah.
made a turn. I saw both people. I was like, they're visibly here. So don't know where you're getting this information from, but maybe it's made up. Maybe. Oh.
That's hilarious.
Let's see. Did that? Oh, you know what? I saw in my gym as much great. My gym has given me so much content for this podcast. It's never going to end.
I
saw a person with a Reagan Bush 1984 campaign T-shirt,
Yeah, you told me about that last week.
and I was like,
What is what's going on there? Is that is like take, I love 80s fashion, obviously, and like
I couldn't put my finger on it if this was. It looked like a new production of
right,
a
new
vintage,
like
yeah. that distressed look shirt.
shirt, yeah.
And I'm like, are you trying to look like authentic to the time? Are you proud that you voted for Reagan and Bush in '84?
Was this person old enough, you think, to have voted in 1984? I mean, that was 40 years ago.
Yeah, definitely. It could have been 18 at the time or
Okay.
something, but I was like, it is an odd choice.
It's also widely known
That-
how do I put this? Like, okay,
That Reagan was a piece of shit president, and so was his dumb wife.
So I would say Reagan himself wasn't a terrible president, but he put things in. How do I put this? Okay, so he did some good for the country, and he got shot and survived, which is kind of badass. But his fake war on drugs,
That was
and his like ebonics and like all that, like he was just so he was so completely
fucking
unaware
piece of
of
garbage.
the rest of the country that he did a lot of bad stuff as well.
His
But that's
dumb-
all presidents.
him and his dumb fuck
all,
wife.
They're all terrible. Yeah.
Fucking hot piece of garbage.
I mean-
and fucking Bush Senior too. Fuck Bush.
Yeah.
Read Family of Secrets sometime.
I do want to read that. Yeah.
And you'll be
all
like-
the Bushes, the Clintons,
You'll be
even
like,
the
fuck
Obamas.
all of them.
The Obamas are terrible. They're all bad.
Any dynasty family in politics is
Yeah.
bad fucking news.
Oh yeah, dude. Most definitely.
I just thought that was a really strange choice. And then, yeah, I'll talk about that some other time. Oh, you got any coworker stuff?
Well,
this week?
let me talk about. So we're talking about retirement parties.
Perfect transition.
I already hate them, right?
Yeah.
So the Army likes to do these things they're called, oh God, I can't remember the real term for them, but they're called mandatory fun days.
Oh, yeah, you briefly mentioned this.
I am livid. I hate, like I said,
Matt is the antithesis of fun day.
So I'm not fun. Like, I'm not. I don't really go out much. I don't drink. I don't party. I have fun when I do things.
I think the proper thing to call yourself is not the traditional finger quotes idea of fun.
I would say yes. So
your idea of fun is not the
traditional,
definitely not the office style.
No, God no. Yeah. And we have to this coming week we have to go golfing on Thursday. And let me tell you, I hate golfing. I hate golfing.
Did I ask you if you've done a round of golf before?
What'd you say, Lee? Yeah.
But can you hear me?
Yeah, what?
You want me to be quiet?
No, I don't care. You can say whatever.
You do whatever.
No. We're just... somebody at my work had COVID, so we're just recording outside today.
I'll be quiet.
Oh, no, you can say whatever you want.
It
won't hear
It's fine.
Oh, okay.
We're in the microphone. So...
Meow 72, everybody.
Oh, yeah. Yes. That's my cool neighbor. We were... because we're outside today, so you can hear all kinds of stuff, but... She's awesome. She's
a harem of cats that hang around, and I'm so thankful for that.
Me too. We love these cats. Look at that's Michael, right? He's just under the... Is that one Michael?
This is Jefferson.
Hi, Jefferson.
It took me 4 years to even get a bowl near him.
Aww.
He lived out there.
He does seem
Aw.
skittish.
That's Michael.
Yeah, that one. I knew that one was Michael because he's all black, and then he has like a white little bow tie. He's adorable.
Michael.
Yeah. So I love these cats. They're pretty cool.
I love pretty much every cat.
Yeah, I just love animals in general.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, we're talking. Oh, golf.
Oh, so.
Have you ever done a round of golf before?
So I did once, like 20 years ago, and it was like the worst time of my life. And the only golf I find fun is mini golf. I love mini golf, but I like it when.
I can fuck with some mini golf.
So my wife and I always joke about playing mini golf with other people because people like to keep score in mini golf, and that's not the way we play mini golf. We just play because we want to hit the ball and we want to enjoy the theme because we love pirates, and there's like a ton of pirate mini golf places, and we just like to go have fun and joke around and stuff. But when other people are keeping score with that stupid tiny pencil,
the golf pencil,
and they're like, oh, I think I hit it 3 times. I know I knocked into it once, so it could have been 4. And I'm just like, dude, it doesn't matter. This is mini golf.
Can I get a mulligan?
Yeah.
What's my stroke count?
Yes.
Am I under or over?
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
know.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know shit about golf.
Yeah. And so anyway, there were options too. And everyone voted for golf. It could have been paintball. Could have been paintball. I know. But nobody wanted to go play paintball. And I was like, are you kidding me? Paintball's so much more fun than golf. So
that blows the shit out of my mind.
Yeah, dude. It sucked. So anyway, we have to go. We now
have to.
But that's what I mean. So for most people, I would say, who are listening to this, they're going to go like, oh, boo-hoo. You have to go play golf.
Oh, brother, this guy
I'm so
stinks.
sorry you don't get to work that day.
But that's the thing. We have so much work to be done. And I would rather be at work than go hang out with work people in a golf setting.
Speaking of work to be done, I'll bring that up later. Keep going.
No,
sorry.
so and that's what I have found out with the Army in general, because like every once in a while they'll be like, yeah, it's a so-and-so day, and like literally I can't remember, but we call it a mandatory fun day, and it's like well, we have like all this stuff to do, like can't we just like get that done and then just like maybe we can like leave early? But it's like, no,
that makes too much sense.
We need to go to this lame party where like I have to watch a bunch of people talk about how, oh, you could never make Blazing Saddles today. Do you know how many times I hear that stupid conversation a day? Or like,
dude,
yeah, like, oh,
I would kill
movies. You can't make movies like that anymore. like,
That's where they're wrong.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, people these days are so sensitive. And then as soon as you say anything about whatever political figure they're like, which we can all can already guess.
You're like nice Reagan Bush T-shirt in 2022. Stupid.
Yeah, and it's always some fat ass like high up individual that's like complaining, and then everybody nods their heads because they don't want to argue with him. And I just stay silent. So yeah, so I have to go do that. I'm gonna have a miserable time. I'm not gonna drink. I'm gonna hang out there, walk around. I'm hoping they said like people can just go to the driving range, which I thought meant driving the golf cart around. It is not. It means
the driving range.
It means you go and hit balls off of a thing.
Okay, so have you done that before?
No.
Okay, I have not played around. I've never played a round of golf.
Yeah.
Golf proper.
Sure.
I have gone to a driving range with an ex before who was a golfer, and so I was taught the proper way to swing. And like, once you learn like the proper way to turn your hips and swing the right way, and you realize that it's not about power at all, which I was totally wrong. It's completely unlike baseball. It's simply like if you get the right stroke and you swing the club exactly right, you get a connection with the ball. And you can hear it too. You can hear like a perfectly satisfying like whack, and the ball just fucking scream. It's really satisfying to drive a ball correctly.
But it's not,
you'll see.
It's not something I've ever even thought about going out of my way for.
Now that I've done it, I would definitely do it again. If you were suddenly like, "Hey, I went to this golf thing. You want to go to a driving range sometime?"
Yeah.
I'd be like, 100%, I'm coming. If you have the opportunity to just do the driving range, I think you would have way more fun doing just that.
I have a feeling I'm going to have a miserable time.
Well, I'm telling you, I didn't know you had an out like that. So if I were you, I would be looking forward to this.
Why did you have to tap me?
Because emphasis.
Okay.
I'm emphasizing. You should be looking forward to the fact that you have an out. And that it's something as fun as just being able to hit the driver. That is the best part of golf, is just driving the ball as far as you possibly can.
I'd rather just drive the golf cart.
I understand.
But okay, so what you wanted to talk about working hard?
Speaking of work that needs to be done.
Oh, work that needs to be done.
So who I'm working with this week is a quitter.
Same, but go ahead.
So I'll start.
Yeah,
we're in August, but because my department, the finance department, has had so many people like moving around lately, hiring new people quitting and shit, we're still fucking behind, and we're trying to do the month-end close for July. Here we are in the middle of August practically.
Yeah.
And the shit's still not done. The guy who was doing accounts payable, Dan, I'll say your name, Dan. I know you listen to the show also, by the way. I'm not happy with you.
Oh my God.
Dan quit last week, or the week before last, with no notice.
Oh my.
He quit with a text message to our boss. Didn't say anything to anybody until the end of the day when he was leaving.
Not even a phone call, huh?
He was like, all right, guys. Like I thought I heard him saying it to one of our other coworkers. Like, I'm getting out of here. It was nice being here and stuff. But I was with our boss, working on month-end close shit because it had to get done, and he was leaving, and like didn't get a chance to say anything to me. But I was so like irritated at that point. I was like, I don't care. And now we were drowning like all this week, or all last week especially.
Sure, of course.
And just now today, right before I came over, we were in a good spot to stop and pick it up on Monday. And I was just like, number one, you do not quit in the middle of a month-end close.
Okay.
Whatever his reasons are his own. And I do wish him the best on the new stuff that he's moving on to.
Yeah.
But he really left us high and dry.
Sure.
And I was so fucking annoyed at that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just like.
No, that sucks, bro.
Oh, and to quit with no notice at all.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that?
I've never done it. It just happened to me at my old company. My coworker who had been with the company as long as me. We both started in like 2011. She had her reasons, but she was gonna put her 2 weeks in or whatever, and then
Just up and
she
left.
just like they were like, well, you don't have to finish out the 2 weeks, and she was like,
Bet.
okay, and then just like and then she didn't tell any of us until it was like we got like a text because we're all like, there, you know,
You work together every single day.
every day. I mean, dude, like
in the
her
service
and I
industry.
were very good friends, like,
Right.
Like, and even I didn't really know she was like I knew it was coming, but I didn't know she just wasn't gonna be there like on Monday, and I was like, oh,
It's jarring a little bit, right?
Yeah, it was a shame.
That's how I took the news like the day of when I found out like a coworker who quit texted our boss. Our boss immediately texted all of us.
Yeah.
Was like, just heard that it's Dan's last day today. And I was like today? Like this day? And I was just fucking
It's funny that his name is Dan.
so annoyed.
I know I've told this story on the podcast before, but when I was doing door-to-door sales, I worked with a guy named Dan who liked to incorporate his name into different songs, and I was in the car.
I remember that.
And he was like, he was singing a song, and he goes, touch Dan's body.
I remember that story.
Yeah, but it always makes me, every time I hear the name Dan, it reminds me of that.
I really liked him a lot too.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you did.
The younger dude was fucking smart.
Yeah, dude.
Has the best broadcast voice I've ever heard.
Really?
Ever in my life.
Did you tell him to come on the podcast?
No.
Oh, not gonna, huh?
Now that we're not coworkers,
Maybe
it's an open door.
Yeah.
But I just feel a certain way about having somebody on this show who I work with actively. You know, doesn't make sense to me.
No,
like, I guess it's different for you because we had Jay on.
Yeah, and
6
there's
weeks
a couple
ago.
other people.
They'll come on.
Yeah, I would like them to come on, and there's some people that they want to come on. And let's do this.
It's cool. Shut that baby up, Jesus.
Calm down.
It's cool that you feel that comfortable around them that you would let them into your creative thing that we do like that.
Yeah. Oh, I love these guys.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's these are some really good guys I work with. There's definitely there's a lot of, how do I put this? Just the military in general. I don't fit in with the general population of it, but
you definitely don't fit in with the military guys either.
No, I don't. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. No. I just don't. I never did.
Not that you want to.
But
I don't think.
It's been about 5 years now, and
holy shit.
Yeah, I had COVID a year ago today. Like I had COVID, really bad COVID.
Fun.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think about. I know we started talking about doing this show like 2 years ago, and then we finally did it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway. Anywho,
what else is there?
I think that's it for this week. I mean, I got everything off of my mind. I think. I mean, I complain a lot, but
I want some more. I'm not ready.
You're not ready to move on?
Mm-mm.
No. All right. Well, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Even in my personal life, honestly, the wife and I have barely seen each other this week. Both just work all the time. And I've got
Ooh, I got something.
Yeah, what?
No, you keep going first.
No, that's it. I got some haunt stuff I got to do tonight. I got to eat. I haven't eaten since this morning.
How at your job?
Yeah.
How at this job? It doesn't apply to your other job, your old job, your former job. How computer literate do you have to be?
Ooh, that's a good question. So very.
Very, right?
Yeah. So we use computers to track our maintenance on the helicopters.
Oh, do you have to put in stuff as you go, or is it kind of automated?
Yeah, no, you do. You have to put in things as you go. Like even if you remove one screw, you got to removed screw and washer from this and this and this, and you have to do that for everything.
Well, that's taking notes. But is there like a platform that you use for everything?
Well, yeah, it's all part of like it's all part of a network that has every helicopter on there. Like it has to be inputted into our system so that even when this helicopter goes to another unit, because sometimes we get another unit's bird in and then they get ours.
Oh, so when it goes somewhere else,
they have to be able to track everything that it does and
everything that's been done to it.
And the computer also tracks automatically like different inspections that have to be done every day. So there's different inspections on helicopters. This is like super boring, but there's something called a daily. I've talked about this before. Like a daily, you check daily or after it flies, or if it hasn't flown in 7 days, you check it
again.
Yeah,
because
you check it in 7 days. Then there's a 14-day, which it has to be run up every 14 days if it hasn't been flown. So it has to basically be started, and they have to just like hover.
All of this lives on the computer, though.
Yes.
So you have to be computer literate.
Yes, you do. Very computer literate.
Your eyes look amazing outside today.
Thanks.
They just look picturesque. Yeah, your ojos.
Oh, thank you.
Sus ojos.
Oh, that reminds me of. So I actually really like Reddit.
It's pretty helpful sometimes.
It really is, and I like to seek out people of a like-mindedness on Reddit. Like I get really into like the cassette collecting, or like I like Godzilla. Obviously, I've talked about it a million times. I like Godzilla.
There's a great thread called R Podcasting that I've learned a ton on.
Yeah.
So shout out to those guys.
And I've done cassette tape trades and stuff with people through Reddit, and like sticker trades and stuff. And like I've done like video game advice for people. Like when I beat Friday the 13th on NES and Nightmare on Elm Street on NES, and people had questions for me, so I'd like message them.
I treat it like Google for nerds.
Oh, most definitely.
Like yeah. I'll put into a Reddit search bar something that I would put into a Google search bar if I want to ask a nerd. Because there's probably an answer somewhere on there.
Oh yeah, dude. So anyway, I put up my experience, one of my paranormal experiences, and somebody else had like a similar one. So that's
interesting. You say that. Why? Keep going.
Oh, just because. So anyway, it was interesting. This person and I went back and forth talking about different a similar experience that we had, and it was really nice to see that there's other people out there. Why? What's up?
I had a little crossover moment in a paranormal thread also.
Okay.
Oh my fucking god, I'm sick of children. Children should never be outside again.
Get out of town.
Get the kids back inside. Get them behind the tablets.
Oh god.
Get them silent. Anyway,
okay,
I saw this thread that was like share your paranormal experience, and I did a little cross promotion, and I put a link to our episode with Chelsea from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
because she told that story. And I was like, yeah, check out this episode because there's a great paranormal story on it.
Sure.
And we talked about Devil's Road. And I was like, and the person was like, oh, thanks. I'm always looking for new shows to listen to. And I was like, check out this one. It's good.
Ooh.
So we might have gotten a listener or two.
Cool.
Off that.
Yeah, dude. If we could, I would do I wouldn't mind doing a whole paranormal podcast, but there's too many of them out there already.
You could do an episode about it or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind
doing maybe in October
another podcast from Devil's Road, like if we recorded in the car or something.
That would be nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
I would be nervous. But it would also be pretty cool to say that we did it. We are we're coming to you now live. We are on Cossart Road. And
yeah. What'd you call it? Cossart?
Is it not Cossart Road?
I think it's Cozart.
Whatever.
I think it's a Z.
It's S's. I've looked it. I looked it up when
it is. It is.
Posted about the story.
Cosart. I've always called it Cosart.
So, I asked you the computer literacy question.
Yeah.
To bring up the point that training people who are not computer literate, when your job is basically computer centered,
I haven't had to do that.
Is a nightmare.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I've been doing it for the last week or so. Because now I get the newbie.
Okay, yeah.
So our newest newbie is not computer literate at all. Are
they older?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Are they good at doing numbers though?
Now, this person's strong point, and I say strong with a capital S, they cannot be beaten on the phone.
Oh, good.
They're incredible with people on the phone.
So they're definitely a people person.
Yeah. So it does not translate well to the computer. Just watching them use a keyboard is frustrating. Like there's people who do the hunt and peck, the 2-finger thing.
Yeah, you wouldn't like how I type probably.
It's not much better. This person's not much better. And they're very click happy.
Oh yeah.
Like
instead of using the arrows to scroll down and stuff.
In Excel,
yeah,
it's imperative to use the arrows and
Got
keyboard shortcuts because using the mouse can fuck you up.
Yeah.
But they also are very click happy in the sense that they'll just click something and then they'll click it again.
There's a bug up on your ankle that was exposed.
And then they'll click over here.
Yeah.
And then they'll click over there. I'm like, you stop touching stuff. Respectfully, I have to be like, hands off. And this is also the person who doesn't like wants to work on their own, like not around other people.
Sure.
Because of fucking germs. Ooh, scary.
Oh my God, we have quite a tough guy, Tom, today.
I'm
not afraid of germs, huh?
No, I'm not. Sure ain't. Until I find a germ that's a worthy adversary.
You just find me a germ that could fight me.
I'll punch it right in its fucking mouth.
Jesus. Okay. All right.
But so I can't just reach over them and be like, no, do it like this, because that's super intrusive on their space.
Yeah.
And I don't like doing that already.
Yeah.
So I have to I stand back and I'm like, no, I'm like, let go of the mouse.
Yeah.
Let go of the keyboard. Stop hitting shit.
Yeah.
You're hurting yourself way more than you can know.
Yeah.
And I'm just, it's a struggle. But they just, I mean, you can't be good at everything either. You can either be good at one thing or another, but sometimes it's hard. It's fucking really hard to be good at both. So I guess I get it. And I've only gotten good at using the computer the way that we should because I've been doing it for 2 years now.
Yeah.
Or 2+ actually.
Sure.
Because now I just fly through reports and spreadsheets and shit on the computer.
I can't even imagine that.
Like, I could show you, I could pull up one right now and you'd be like, what am I even looking at? And I'll be like, I can explain it, but it's mind-numbingly boring. So I'll spare you.
My ability to understand what I read has never been good ever in my entire life. So I have to read things. I'm very much an auditory learner. So when I listen to podcasts, I'm glad podcasts are a thing since I was, since I've been listening to podcasts since 2007, and I'm glad they're a thing because that's the only way I really learn stuff is I have to listen to it. But
I'm a kinesthetic learner.
Yeah.
I took that quiz in college a year and a half ago or so. So I learn things by doing them.
Well, yeah, I do too, but I like to listen to people.
That's your preferred
Yeah, I like
style?
to listen to them
Your preferred
on my
learning
own.
style?
When I'm in a classroom, I am
Can't do
so
it.
worried about everything else that I never listen properly.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
I don't jive super well with classrooms.
I remember when I took the SATs, I showed up and I was like, I was smaller than I am now, and
no kidding.
yeah, I was I had this huge mohawk. I was covered in leopard print and my jean vest and stuff. I walk in, everyone stops what they're doing to stare at me because I was in the wrong classroom at
Yeah,
first.
they're record scratch.
Yeah, and I had to take it over at a Catholic school too, and it was on a weekend or whatever.
Ooh.
So I go in, I pack my own lunch because I was I'm gonna get hungry. And I'm the only person, I guess, who did. And I had this brown bag, and I'm trying to put it under the chair, and it's and everyone's just watching me, and I'm and I literally wave to everyone. I go, sorry, and then my stomach is growling because I get so
This
hungry.
is like a movie.
Dude, and it's so loud. Everyone's noticing. I hate any classroom I have to sit in. I can't stand it. That's why I like working in loud environments because my stomach growls all the time. All the time. I've always had like nervous stomach problems. Whether I'm hungry or not, my stomach's just making noise. So, I did horrible in the SATs, by the way.
Never took it.
Really?
Yep.
Oh,
That's a story for another day.
yeah. Okay. I mean, they're dumb. I don't know why a
Pointless.
standardized test would mean anything in the whole world.
It's pointless
It
completely.
really is.
I
It
mean,
is.
unless you're a person who has your eyes set on a certain university that you want to get into, and
Yeah.
they require a good score, I can see doing well for that reason. But
What a dumb test.
what people don't tell you when we grew up is that you can just go to college.
Yeah.
You can just apply to
Or-
one.
Or you couldn't just not.
You can also not go.
Which I didn't realize was an option when I was younger.
It's-
Because,
It's working out pretty well for us so far.
yeah, I do just fine. I don't have any debt at all.
I have no student debt yet
Yeah.
because I am paying my way through college a semester at a time. It's taking much, much longer, but again, no debt. And for the line of work I'm in, that little piece of paper, the degree, bumps up your pay. So
Oh, well, that's good.
I need to do it. Unfortunately, I'm just not much of a school guy, I would say.
You're more of a school girl.
Yeah,
Oh, brother.
Oh, darn
this
it.
guy stinks!
I wanted the air horn, and I got...
that's the one you were looking for.
That was. Anyway, this has been another episode of Thank You For Your Services podcast, the podcast dedicated to the working world and making sure you folks at home know that you matter and everything you do matters. And you're not just living just to, well, I guess we are kind of all living just to
Oh man,
make the corporate machine move, but that's okay.
we're cogs in a machine.
Yeah, but that's
A lot
all
of
right
us.
because
What else is
you
there?
matter and everything you do matters, and take some time for yourself. Don't get lost in the void of work.
We've had a lot of new exposure to this show, and we've had a lot of new listeners jump on,
Oh yeah, thanks guys.
and I'm very thankful for that because I didn't realize just how rewarding having this show would be until now.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I'm not in any bands anymore
yeah,
at this time, so this is my creative outlet. This is it for me.
yeah.
And it's so satisfying, like just recording it with you,
Oh yeah,
my lifelong friend,
yeah.
and people listen to us. And hopefully they relate to some of the shit we talk
I
about.
think so. I think everybody our age kind of, like, dude, how many guys our age and girls, I would say, but I would say mostly the male population were in bands and failed, and then had to work
Or
retail
Look, fuck failed, gave up.
or gave up. Or
But I would say more people just give up.
yeah, I mean it's
hard.
and they ended up working in retail or the service industry, and then got stuck doing it because they were like, okay, well, I have to pay for my band.
Gotta
and
pay
then
my rent.
Gotta
Gotta
yeah.
pay
And then it
this.
was like, oh crap, I gotta be an adult, and I'm not as famous as Blink-182, but I'm playing the same music, and I think about that all the time. Just
Well, you also have the grim realization that you lose money
like,
being in bands.
you always do, yeah.
For way longer and way more, like a way larger
Yeah.
percentage of bands lose money. They don't make money.
Yeah, and being in a band isn't really that cool. After
pretty cool.
You're like 25.
It's pretty cool being in a band that has a following, but it's not.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
If you-
not a retirement plan. I'll say that.
it's not. I mean, unless you make it big, but in
And that's-
this climate, it's just there's just so much media out there. People are just gonna scroll past you.
Right. It's
so
nearly
fast.
impossible.
Yeah.
So all that said, I'm really, really glad that this show is catching on 1 week at a time
Yeah, me too.
because I have fun doing it, and I love the editing process, and now we do the video, and
Yeah.
it's fucking cool.
It
So
is cool.
thanks for listening.
Yeah.
And
thanks, guys.
if this is your first episode listening, if I don't know how you heard it, but I'm glad. And if you go to our Instagram, ThankYouForUrServices _podcast. Again, that's on Instagram.
Yeah.
You can check the link in our bio. You can follow the show. Subscribe to the show. Sorry. You can follow us on Instagram. Subscribe to the show on a streamer of your choice, be it Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, Google, Amazon, There's another one in there. I forget.
Did
All-
you say
but-
iTunes?
Yes.
Oh,
If you're looking for us, we're there. YouTube.
YouTube, Twitch.
We're on YouTube. We Twitch stream this show.
Twitch streaming right now at Punk Rock Plastics. Punk_rock_PLASTIXXX.
You can watch the show live as it happens in Matt's
Mhm.
backyard today.
Well, it's more my porch. My backyard's over there, but yeah.
We're still back here.
I mowed
So,
the lawn today. It was lovely.
Yeah, reach us on our Instagram. Follow us.
Subscribe.
You'll see anything that we put out. You can see it on the Instagram.
Write a review. That really helps us, by the way.
Thanks for your. How does it help?
Writing a review?
Yeah.
It puts it into the algorithm.
I was legitimately asking because I didn't know.
No, yeah. Actually, writing a review and like leaving like a 5-star review or something, or even it like puts you more into the algorithm for people. It really helps.
Yeah. Thanks for your services _podcast on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're off social media, if you have something if you have a story to tell, or if you have questions for us, or if you have,
or you just want to be anonymous in general,
right?
Like you can email us.
Shoot us an email.
Mm-hmm.
And that's at ThankYouForUrServices @gmail.com. And the U is spelled UR. So it's ThankYouForUrServices @gmail.com.
Yeah.
Send us an email there.
All right.
Follow us on Instagram. And then we'll see you same time next week.